It is said that a legacy is that which we leave for our children, and in Sir Andar Taurynt's lifetime, his legacy has borne fruit in the economy, the military, in titles and land, in ancestral artifacts, and much more, all perpetuated by the ever-growing family tree of House Taurynt. There is yet much work to be done to raise the name Taurynt to new heights, and soon enough the torch of Sir Andar shall pass on to new hands. If this video has won your favor, then bestow upon me all of thy likes, bend the knee and subscribe to our beloved channel, and leave a comment below to appease the gods of the algorithm. And if you wish to support the channel further, consider becoming a channel member by the link in the description. It goes a long way to make these videos happen. This one in particular was over 6 hours of recording that I then combed through to edit myself, so it would mean a lot to add your sword to the ranks of House Taurynt. But without further ado, let us jump back into the adventure. Alrighty lads, so we have begun our task of attempting to introduce some of the blood of the dragon into the veins of House Taurynt. And in doing so, we have, made our case to the King Joshua the Worthy and his son and heir, Prince Nate the Mad. There is a distant son, or even a cousin, I think. Where did he go? There we go. Okay, I found him. So, Anos Targaryen, son of Sir Simon and Gemma Targaryen. Yeah. The young Anos is ambitious, rowdy. I guess their whole family has the consecrated bloodline as well, which I find to be interesting. But he also has the Herculean physical traits, which I think is quite interesting indeed. But he is 4 years old. He is a grandson, I guess, or courtier, distant grandson, distant relative of King Joshua the Worthy of House Targaryen. So, we have made our peace and sent our request to the crown for this this royal marriage. Let us see if we are successful. For our eldest daughter, for the purpose of attempting to bring the dragons back to life. To the mortal world, if you will. Nice. I accept your betrothal proposition. Your granddaughter Celessa will be betrothed to my kinsman Anos. Signed, King Joshua of the Iron Throne. Excellent. Lovely. Alright, so now House Taurynt and House Targaryen are at least a little more neutral towards each other. It should be quite interesting indeed. I think we're going to continue to try, once it becomes available, to find some more dragon eggs in the near future. Yeah, it should be quite interesting, lads. As of right now, I don't think anything else really is going on, except for our great-grandchildren, or our grandchildren, actually, are being born slowly but surely. There's no way, right off the bat, Lord Humphrey of Grandison is trying to become a rival again. He talks openly of the illegitimate lord of the Taurynt Isle, who daily usurps his rightful lands and revenues. Venomous ogre. Yeah, our relations are now damaged with House Grandison again. There's no fucking chance. That's crazy. Family feast. Oh, Lord Dain the Stoic. He's looking pretty rough, man. He is pretty rough. Righteous villain, it seems he's become. Interesting. He does have 3 children, though. Joy Taurynt and Malia Taurynt. And now, Dain II. A bold paragon, it seems. Which is good. Oh, what the hell? Whoa. Your liege, Lord Paramount Steverin, is being attacked by Lord Herbert of the Grief, House Bowling. Bloody thunder. Yeah. To the serene Andar, for too long I have suffered indignities at the hands of Lord Paramount Steverin. I will not stand idly by while our liege abuses his loyal vassals. I urge you to join me in the fight to depose this tyrant. Now here's the thing, Steverin is my kin. Yeah, he's literally my cousin. He may be a resentful maniac, but I think he's done right by us so far. So, I don't really see a purpose in deposing our cousin. You know, it's all about brotherhood and like the bonds of blood and everything like that. So I think you are the traitor here, my friend. Our child of my blood, Sir Andar and Karina Lefford have had their first child, Dickon Taurynt. Yeah, Dickon Taurynt. I think Dickon is a pretty cool name. I know there's like that meme about him from the show, but I think Dickon is a pretty good name. Alright, we raise our armies at Evenfall Hall, and we rush off to aid our kinsmen in their war. Yeah, it looks like the whole of the Stormlands has risen up against this this foolish man. Yeah, he's literally on his own with 2,000 men. Like, you have nothing, bud. Sorry to tell you that. Alright, we join in the Battle of Butcher's Block. Get the hell out of the way. Nice. Gain 9 trait experience in Wit. Pretty good. Not bad. Yeah, we lost 100 men. They lost 2,500. They had 6 survivors. Only 6 survivors. That is insane. Damn, 2 of their captains died. Thurgood was slain by Stefan Finnet. Oh, Lord Gerald of Giants Down, House Sulk, was slain in battle by Jeremy Steed. Yeah, so Jeremy of House Steed, that's amazing. And now we all join in. Yeah, on the Siege of the Grief. Put the traitorous bastards to the sword, cousin. Ellis, huh? Oh, brilliant strategist. I'll take him. Very well. Content empath he is. Oh, King Devlin the Worthy has died. And our Dornish alliance has been nullified. Uh-oh. Liberty War. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. Against Lord Oren of Highwind. Okay. Yeah, so her vassals, my wife's vassals, have risen up in rebellion. And she's called upon us. That's crazy. We already had 1,300 or 13,000 men over here, so that's pretty cool. All right. Oh, they come after my wife. I think not. Nice. Nice. Arian will be knighted. Excellent. Oh, but my wife is under attack. No, we have to rescue her. Yes. Got there just in time. That's awesome. Excellent. Battlefield knighthood, Dain. Yeah, my sworn shield. Yeah, he shall be knighted. That's totally fine. Go on, you bastards. To war. To battle. Oh, the Battle of Red Spire. Oh, great heavens. The dust settles. Across the field, about 100 paces away, you spot a lone enemy. His equipment marks him as a knight or commander, not a common soldier. His attention is fixed elsewhere. He hasn't seen you. The field feels, yeah, suddenly empty except for you and him. Your pulse quickens. I will duel that bastard myself. Ah, Sir Armand the Unrelenting of House Point. That's pretty cool. Helping armors. Interesting. For a few brief moments, Armand and I pace in lazy half-circles, each watching for an opening. I heft my brotherhood, ready to defend myself, while he clutches his spear firmly to hand. This fight may only be till first blood. Ah, that takes all the fun out of it. I thought we were actually going to get to murder each other. We're 2 commanders fighting on opposite sides of an army in the middle of an actual war. So, I don't see why we're not. We're just fighting to first blood. I think that's kind of silly. I'm the fastest blade in the Torrentile Blade Dance. A series of flashy, expert moves ensure your dueling prowess will be talked about for years. You gain 290 prestige. Fuck yeah, dude. Nice. Victory. Armand's fate. Interesting. Alright, the dust of the fierce duel settles. Your defeated opponent lies at your mercy, disarmed and broken. Their life is now in your hands. As the victor, the choice is yours. Decide their fate. Will you bind them and claim them as spoils of war? Will you end their life with your blade, delivering a decisive end to this duel? Will you show mercy and grant them freedom? All eyes are upon you, waiting your judgment. Now here's the thing. He is an unlanded knight, right? He's not a lord. He's fighting on behalf of his liege to execute him for such a crime, or for that, you know, to condemn him to death is neither just nor brave. It may be diligent, I would say. Yeah, end this. I don't know about that. I think we're gonna let him go. Let him go. Be gone. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Nice. 3 battles to our name. 3 victories. Aw. Your captain, Stannis Taurynt, was injured after inciting a brawl at a village tavern near Redspire. Stannis, you bastard. Silly boy. Aw, no. Rainy days. Aw, man. The days spent marching through Griffin's Roost have been long, and they felt even longer thanks to the constant downpour of rain. Days and days have gone by, with little more than howling winds and sheets of cold rain beating down on the soldiers. I've rarely felt more miserable. In fact, even once the rain finally stopped, I found that the chill never quite left my bones. There's a cough that settled deep in my lungs, and it only appears to be getting worse. I've tried to put on a brave face for the soldiers, but I don't think I can hold out much longer. Yeah, you gained the trait ill. Damn it. Call for the physician. Yeah, do no more than what is necessary. Yeah, so we're looking a little brighter. Excellent work. Yeah. We can only do what we can, honestly. And anything outside of that, we can't. Nice. Crashed down on the whole force of them. Nice. Ill my old self. As I awoke this morning and observed the first rays of sunshine, it took me a moment to realize I had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. It has been a long road back to health, but I find myself in its warm embrace once more. I am glad to be well again. Good. That's excellent. Oh no, our wife. The Battle of Redspire once again. Nice. Jace Acton. Yeah, you can be knighted, lad. Nice. So many victories under our belt. We're gonna crash in on this force and hit them head on. Nice. Cut half their force in the retreat. Oh, my counselor died. No, Keelan. He was one of our lads since our days as an adventurer. That's so sad. Alright, we need a new marshal then. Sir Dain, my sworn shield. Can I raise him to nobility? Is that something I could do? Oh, I guess not. Okay. Oh, I can. Raise to nobility. There you go. Sir Daemon Sorashul. Sorshiel. Our days are tall. I like that. That's pretty cool. There you go. Get him wed. And now he can be our marshal. Sir Daemon Shoreseal. I think that's pretty cool. I like the ability to just raise individuals to nobility. And, you know, stuff like that. Oh, no. Lord Robert, the noble stag of the freezing renegades, has died. That's so sad. Oh, they're chasing down my wife once again. These armies are ridiculous. They're relentless. Nice. Lord Galadon Rook. Nice. You got a weak hook on Cameron Border. You lent Cameron Border a hand in their time of need during the fight, and he hasn't forgotten it. Nice. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this is part of the Battlefield Events mod, which I think is pretty interesting. Damn it. Yeah, they really are relentless. I'm trying to do the siege on the enemy war commander. Jesus. But they keep going after my wife. Like, please. Nice. We have won the war led by Lady Selene of Nestridge against Lord Orin of Highwind. Good. So be it. Let us disband our armies and be done with this. Thank goodness. Alright, our wife's claims, her lands have been secured. Thank goodness. Our son is still wounded, unfortunately. Stannis, our third and last born son. Look at that. Battle of Pennon. Battle of Red Spire, Battle of Red Spire, Battle of Rainshore, Battle of Red Winds, Battle of Red Winds, Battle of Red Winds. That's crazy. Oh, nice. So, oh no. Alright, so oh nice and oh no, because our son and heir, Sir Andar Taurynt, has now reached the 4-star exceptionally prepared heir, giving him +2 to diplomacy, +2 to stewardship. Yeah, Andar has spent many years in court being prepared for rulership in the art of statecraft, likely longer than he will ever spend actually ruling. Very interesting indeed, lads. Yeah, very interesting. Fearless Zealot, absolutely he is. And his daughter, Celesta Taurynt. There we go. We're going to influence her personality and make her stubborn. That's my girl. Or make her brave, I mean. Sorry. Yeah, very interesting. Meanwhile, Dickon Taurynt is still a wee lad. Ooh. A poetic friendship. And, my dear friend, I was once again reminded of your victory against Lord Oliver, so I decided to write a poem about your triumph, Jack says, clearing his throat. The Mace's Song, a work of poetry dedicated to Lord Andar's victory over the evil Lord Oliver, written by Andar's good friend Jax. Where other men speak silvered words, he does good business in ridding turds, so let none challenge his bold intent, or else terrible rage shall their bodies be rent. Yeah, thank you, my friend. I will keep this poem close. That's pretty cool. Oh, Lord Humphrey the Cruel was murdered by Lord Paramount Steverin the Petulant. Oh my god. The Stormlands are falling apart. Oh my lord. Alright, lads. So it looks like the time has finally come. Yeah, for us to, fund an expedition to Old Valyria once more. So let us be underway. Alright, we'll send a Colton Ballad to Old Valyria. See if you can't find me another dragon egg, my friend Colton, please. I wish thee luck on your journey. Oh, he returns. Oh shit. Serpentine dragon egg. That's insane. Impressive indeed. Uh-oh. The peasant uprising. I accept. Alright. My beloved wife is under attack by peasants. Undoubtedly it's because she is of a different culture and faith of the lands. Captain Kyra. Nice. Peasant bastards. Nice. Oh, Lord Lionel the Evil. Jesus. Yeah, the Grandisons, man, they keep pushing us for sure. That's insane. Oh. Died from his wounds during his expedition, and just like that, House Ballad is no more. That's so sad. I can't believe this. My poor friends. I tried so hard to get y'all to start your own families and have children. I think it's kind of tough, honestly. I have no words. It's so odd. No. Oh, no. Oh, our beloved wife has died at the age of 66, died of old age. How can a heart endure this kind of pain without breaking? It cannot be possible. Oh, Celine, my beloved, life will not be the same without you. Damn it. We are frozen in grief. And our beloved wife has died. I am not married. No, I am not. And I shall probably remain that way. Ugh, that's crazy. And now my son and player heir is Lord Andar Taurynt of Nestridge, with his 5 titles. Ah, remembrance. Tonight the family feast was a somber affair. My departed wife's recent death still hangs over the great hall like a dark cloud. Few of us spoke, and when we finally did, it was mostly to speak of Celine. She lived a long life, and her passing has left a hole in my court, one that will not be easily filled. We recalled the fond memories of her, ignoring the less fond ones, and, in a way, it helped that we were there to grieve together. The stranger, rest her soul. It's so sad. And if Celine goes, then we are not too far behind, but I don't think we shall remarry as a 60-year-old man. Alright, I'm gonna do something quite foolish and attempt a dragon hatching. Alright, it is time. Yeah, the serpentine dragon egg. I have sent out missives to the greatest academic minds of the land to be summoned to Evenfall in order to aid in my pursuit of hatching my dragon egg. Already I am receiving responses from maesters and those well studied in dragon lore. Many are skeptical yet earnest in their curiosity in seeing a dragon egg hatch, while others are eager to put their knowledge to the test to bring forth a dragon into the world. Those honored to help with such a grand venture are already on their way to Evenfall. With plenty of knowledge and a little luck, we may yet succeed. To bring the future, my guests have arrived and the various academics assisting me have made their preparations. I must now decide who shall lead the ceremony, and how it shall proceed from here. Yeah, ritual leader, Arthur, Sir Jeremy Steed, Alton, the most versed in dragon lore in all of Westeros. No, it shall be me. The blood price. Yeah. I want to try something that'll be kind of foolish, but we'll see. We'll do hot coals. Oh lord, I'm nervous. This ceremony. A new age dawns, and what pleasure it is to be here at its beginning. The time has come to begin the ceremony. I stand before those gathered, the egg in my hands, and the knowledge of the ages at my back. The bowl is brought before me, my arm bared and ready. I bite my lip as I draw the blade down my skin, crimson spilling into the bowl. A great brass and iron brazier, large enough for a horse to stand within, is brought before the egg. The coals within glow white hot, and the egg is ceremoniously placed within. The heat is intense, and the egg begins to glow. The bowl of blood is brought forth and placed atop the hot coals with all appropriate care. All eyes are fixed on the egg, which seems to glow in the heat surrounding it. I cannot wait. Yeah, increased, and greatly increased. I'm so nervous. Oh, and a new dawn indeed, lads. All is silent for a moment. The crowd holds its breath. It seems as though nothing will happen. Then, the egg shudders and cracks. A small, scaly head emerges, followed by a long, sinuous neck. The dragon within is born. A new age of dragons has begun, and I am the one who brought it about. Huzzah! And there she is, lads. Spyrax is the original name, but I have no idea what I want the name to actually be. I think it's quite interesting, though, honestly. Dragon Customizer. I wish there was a way I could get, like, a closer look. That is interesting. But look at that. So she has the great trait, physical trait, which I think is amazing. That's pretty sick. I have no words, genuinely. I think that's really, really awesome. I only wonder now what's going to happen with Celesta Taurynt's dragon egg, the violet one. So it'll be interesting for sure. We'll see what happens. But I think it is also time. We need to... I don't know if I have room anywhere. I was just thinking about that too. I mean, I'm pretty sure I do, yeah, somewhere. I think a Morningside Castle makes the most sense because it's off on an island. So what I was thinking is, obviously, we need to have a dragon pen set up for our Drake. Oh, I don't know if I can. Oh, that's right. I'm not a fucking Lord Paramount, which is dumb. Oh, damn it. And we're 61 years of age, which means this dragon can literally just, like, fall to pieces, basically, without us. Can I... Is it my dragon? Can I bond with this dragon? Oh, yeah, it is my dragon. Okay. So it is an owned dragon. But I can't tame it. Yeah, not yet. Alright, so I was going through and randomizing the dragon names, and I came across Orantar, which was just AR at the end. But then I changed it to Tor as in Taurynt, so it is Orantor, which I think is pretty sick. Yeah, a much better name, Orantor. Alright, I'm going to do something kind of foolish, right? And I'm going to betroth myself to an infant, a literal newborn. of House Tyrell for their for a marriage alliance, right? Yeah. Excellent. All right. So now I'm betrothed to the Tyrell girl. And as much as I hate to do this to my own cousin, I think we're going to start a war of independence against him. Yeah, at this point, it's becoming more of an issue of like... There we go. Negotiate alliance with our son as well. Marvelous. Yeah. And then we gotta... I wonder, can we start an independence faction? Yeah, interesting. Alright. We're gonna try it and see what happens. Yeah. And fight for independence. This may be a foolish endeavor. Alright, we're gonna raise our armies as well. I just hope the Iron Throne stays out of it. Like, please. Nice. Good. Good. Alright, all of our allies are in. Yeah, here they come. And the first battle is underway. Oh, and we've got them beat. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Lord Hubert, the Battle of Evenfall. Yeah, that is tough. Nice. Oh, he was slain. Slain in a duel. Yeah, I've gone too far. Damn it. Oh, the Tyrells. Yes, here come. Here they come. Yes! Oh, they came just in the nick of time. Oh, no. Baldric Selmy was slain by Cameron Border. Damn it. Oh, I can't believe we did that. That's so sad. Oh, damn it. Yeah, Lord Tristan Selmy now takes over. That is awful. Oh no, rivals at arms. The days spent marching through the Might Point have been long, and it isn't always friendly camaraderie between the soldiers. Tensions often run high. Tonight was an example of exactly that. I'd had several run-ins with Stannis, my son. I clenched my teeth and simply walked away. It was all driven by his customary hatred of me and nothing new, I'm sure. Hatred of me? Yeah, we gotta make amends as best we can, dude. You're literally my son. So let's get it together, kid. Oi, this is gonna be stressful for sure. But I'm hoping we can win our independence really, really fast. Nice. Yeah, we basically just painted the map all the way up here in the northern Stormlands. I feel kind of bad about it, but alas, it is what it is, lads. Yeah. 93%. Yeah. You can gain independence from Lord Paramount Steverin. You become a vassal of King Joshua. Yeah, immediately. Enforce demands. Nice. Greetings, cousin. Tales of your misdeeds are told from the wall to a shy. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Signed, Lord Paramount Steverin the Petulant of the Stormlands. Nice. So be it. Legitimacy gained. Power sharing is done. Yeah, we can now get up to 14,000 men in our new High Lordship. Can I not become a Lord Paramount? Oh, look at that. My granddaughter is knighted. She became Sir Celessa Taurynt. Brilliant strategist and a skilled fighter. That is amazing. Yeah, my granddaughter. Oh my goodness. We've been denounced. Ah, by Lord Paramount Steverin. Alright. So, the Lord Paramount of the Reach had passed away. So, I'm trying to negotiate another, alliance. This time with the Westerlands. Just in case we need their assistance in the wars to come. Yeah, look at Horanta. Jesus. Only 5 years old and already a massive beast. That's crazy. Oh. And just like that, we have died. Lord Andar of the Taurynt Isles spirits has flown to the seven heavens. At age 67, he died of old age, a paragon of valor and gallantry. He will always be remembered for his cordial and just nature in face of all odds. Lord Andar ascends the throne, a godly man. Andar is sure to impress the Septons with his extensive knowledge of the seven-pointed star. Lord Andar the Strong died of old age, founded a faith, the Brotherhood of the Bull, was the cultural head of the Taurentians at the time of his death, legendary figure, religious icon, gallant strategist, fought in 11 wars, and hatched 1 dragon egg. Yeah, all of the inherited titles come to us. And from Lord Andar the First comes Lord Andar the Second. Long may he reign. Yeah, that's so sad. Lord Andar the Strong. Okay. I guess Andar the Second took out a bank loan. Let's hire a master blacksmith. Fuck it. Might as well have one on. Yeah, we'll throw on the martial chivalry focus. Yeah, it looks like he's an overseer already, which is pretty cool. I like that for him. Great job. His player heir is Sir Celesta Taurynt. I do not want the Prince of Dragonstone, or one of these princes, to be a fool. I don't like that. Alright, and with all of our artifacts, yeah, Brotherhood, the main weapon, I gotta grant my daughter, I'm gonna gift her the artifact of the lightning bolt. It is the heir's weapon after all, so good for her. My signature weapon shall be my sword. Shadow of Fame, Twilight. Get that prestige gain, but also that stress gain, which is kind of tough. Alright, so we've made it back inside. We can fund an expedition to Old Valyria, which I think is fine. Oh, one of my rivals died. That's good. Byron, Gallad, or Shadrich. Send Gallad. Nice, he's gonna focus on finding dragon eggs at no additional cost. Cool, farewell Gallard, good luck. Rooting for you, lad. While he's off doing that, let us set up our council in a way that makes sense, I believe. Nice. And with all of our titles between Griffin's Roost and Red Spire and whatever else have you, we are making 128 gold per month, which is pretty freaking impressive, man. Yeah, still cannot build a dragon den just yet. That is a-okay. Alright, in an attempt to try and gain some more territories for ourselves, in order to become a proper Lord Paramount, I think we're going to invite some claimants around. I do think it's a bit odd that we have an island and then just this random split of land right in the smack dab center of the Stormlands. A failed expedition. I kind of figured. That's unfortunate. Sorry, Gallad. Oh, time to try it again, lads. Liberty faction against me. Interesting. Ooh, expedition returns. Ooh, a Valyrian steel sword. Nice. We're being made Chancellor of the Stormlands. I accept. Oh, King Nate II, the Mad King of House Targaryen. That is insane. A child of my blood. That's crazy. My first grandson, Patrick. I think it's a good name. Alrighty, lads. So, as we are the owners of 2 High Lordships now, it would seem. I think the way that we become our own Lord Paramount is by claiming an independence war against our liege lord. That way we can begin building a dragon pen on the Isle of Morningside, which I think would be interesting. Also, a couple of additional things to know. I did rename our capital to Andar Hall in memoriam of our Lord Father, Lord Andar I. So very, very sad to see it happen, unfortunately, but he has passed. Yeah, Andar Hall. And I think we're actually going to rename the county as well to Strongfall, because he was known as Lord Andar the Strong. So now we are Lord of Andar Hall of Strongfall, which I think is really cool. Oh, very nice. Okay, so now my daughter and heir has given birth to a son, Andar Taurynt. Oh, and he's got the Herculean and the consecrated blood. That's awesome. We'll name him after an ancestor. Let's see if we can't get either... I like Nate too, though. Nate Taurynt. Yeah. Because now we're getting into, like, the Targaryen names as well. Gallard is good, though. I'm also thinking Galadon. Nate is a good one. Dain Taurynt. Yeah, I think Nate Taurynt is going to be the best bet here. Alright, lads. I believe it is time we attempt to tame our dragon, Aranta. Nice, yes. I accept your offer, Aranta. And we are now a dragon rider. That is amazing. Yeah, don't use Aranta in war. Shut up. Let us ride Aranta. Get some training done. War made flesh indeed, lads. Alrighty, lads. Now, in order to create our independent Lord Paramountcy, we do have to have 2 High Lordship titles and be independent from our current High Lord. Or, Lord Paramount, I suppose. So, with that being said, it is time to declare our independence war from the Stormlands. We shall call in our Lannister allies and the Great Stag himself. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna go straight for some of these Baratheon bastards. Yeah, here they come. They're on us already, lads. Look at that, and we managed to scare them away. Get the hell out of here, you bastards. Yeah, Penrook. They're coming at us from a bunch of different angles. Oh, Dickon comes of age. Gained Gracious Envoy. Righteous Opportunist. That's awesome. And he's been knighted. Good for him. Yeah, aggressive attacker, skilled fighter, faithful blade. Amazing. Oh, Sir Andros. He was slain in battle. Dude, that's so sad. Yeah, Mistress Estelle Longshanks. Athletic and muscular, that's awesome. Yeah, their child, they died. That's so sad. I can't believe that. Their second born. Yeah, was slain in battle by Rickard Kyfall. Yeah, they're gonna start taking my lands a little at a time. But I need these Westerlanders to join me here. There we go. Crashing on them. Friends at Arms. Sir Anos. Nice, good. Alright, with our army, we march off for one massive battle. Get them, boys. Oh, we caught half the army. That's crazy. Oh, no. Oh, my uncle, Dain the Stoic, died of old age. And now Lord Dain Taurynt takes over the High Lordship. Or the Lordship of Brightmoor. Damn. There you go. My cousin now. And my vassal. He'll join us in this war. Damn those bastards, retreat, they cry. Yeah, but it shan't be enough indeed, lads. Alright, let's retake one of my castles. Nice. Stevrin is right here. Child of my blood. Oh, Edwin Grandison and Mala Taurynt have had Richard Taurynt. Good for them. Oh my god. Sir Anos Targaryen and Lady Celessa Theodore Taurynt. Interesting. Alright, so we have Nate Taurynt, which is interesting. Another Dain Taurynt in the family. That's fine. Yeah, Dain and Andar are kind of going to become our like Aegon and Rhaegar and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. Alright, we hit him again, lads. Damn, they're really playing like this ring around the rosy shit with us. Nice. Alright, that seemed to have done it for now, lads. At least the army's been beaten down. Yeah, tear these walls, the Lannister bastards. That's crazy. Bunch of mad lads. Yeah, the Siege of Storm's End, Service of the Dragon. We stand before the Siege of Storm's End, and as I expected, Lord Alfred suggests I use Arantar to attack the holding's weakest points, softening their defenses. This is a measured approach, but all the same, it is a risk. Sounds prudent enough. Very nice. And just like that, our Independence War was a success. Oh, one of my counselors died. We enforce our demands, yeah, to the worthless, and your low character is the subject of Mumma's shows. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. Hell yeah, dude. Submit. Submit, you bastard. Disband our armies. And the deed has since been done. It is time now to found our new kingdom. Yeah, we are now a mighty Lord Paramount. Excellent. Seems a little odd that we just kind of carved some lands out for ourselves. It's definitely not the prettiest, to be sure, but it is quite interesting. Legitimate house of the Lord Paramountcy of Taurynt. Yeah, Lord Paramount and Taurynt. Sick as fuck. Yeah, lots of victories in this fight. That's for damn sure. We can now hold court because we have a court. I love that. Celeste Taurynt. Celessa, sorry. Nice. I love that. I see. Okay, so we have 3 duchy titles. Yeah. Torrent Isle, Nest Ridge, which I just renamed to Bull Ridge, and the Drench. Excellent. Alright, so my son, Sir Dickon Taurynt, is now betrothed to Karenna Selmy. Alright, so I had to set that up because I was thinking, looking at how my situation for my children works, my primary heir is Sir Celessa of House Taurynt, right? So her heir is going to be Nate Taurynt. So we're kind of just following that line of succession now, right? Dain Taurynt also has Herculean, which is absolutely sick. But what I was thinking is, yeah, they already have children too. The Grandisons. Interesting. But yeah, since he is my son, Sir Dickon Taurynt, I think we can grant him the lands of the Drench. Grant to... They say Lady Mala, but I'm going to give it to Sir Dickon. Yeah. Lordship of the Drench and Rainshore. Grant titles. I've not held a coronation. Oh, I need a... Oh, I forgot about that. I get a pretty sick-ass crown now that we got to set up for ourselves, which is going to be very interesting. It'll take about 14 months, but we'll make it happen. And then we can crown ourselves, basically. I'm also realizing that doesn't really do much because we're just a Lord Paramount, and Lord Paramounts can't really wear crowns. I think it'll be interesting just to have one as well, even if we can't wear it all the time. Or if, you know, we're not allowed to wear it, essentially. Oh yeah, I don't even know what we're hesitating for. Now that we're a Lord Paramount, there it is. Yeah, the Dragon Pen. It'll take 5 years. We'll do it. Right here in Morningside. Oh, a curse undone. He has died of old age. And not one day too soon, lads. But here he is, Lord Paramount Steverin Baratheon. The second. Or third, or something. Who knows? Alright, and our Taurentian crown has been forged. Not too terrible. It is time now to hold our coronation. It says we're currently uncrowned, but we can definitely change that. So, The coronation begins, lads. Here in the province of Strongfall. Yeah. Pure magnificence. Start the coronation. The arrival. Messages and servants have been sent out from Andar Hall for the coronation. Only as the last invitation goes out and the court begins the preparations does it dawn on me that I am finally to be crowned Lord Paramount of Taurynt. I must pray, for only the Father may truly decide if I am worthy. Soon my reign begins. Anos Targaryen and my daughter Celessa have had another child, Endron. Beautiful. 3 sons, 3 boys. An honored position. Before the coronation can proceed, I must decide who shall preside over the sacred rites. If I am to secure the favor of the priests, it would be wise to let one of their own oversee the ceremony, granting it the sanctity and blessing that only they can provide. Yet, a part of me wonders, would it not be grander tale if I were to take up the crown with my own hands, declaring my right to rule before all without intercession? Yeah, it is an honor that can only befall me. That's crazy. A warhound for the Lord Paramount. How can we be expected to smile? Growls my vassal Lord Shadrich of Pennon. Swish spiced wine, praise peace, hope for the future of the realm, ... He glares into a dubious nest of Redwind nobles, while vermin eye us evilly and plot your downfall, my Lord Paramount. He spits. Give me leave to sound my war horn, I'll thrash Lord Galadon of Redwind, make no mistake. Sanctioned war declaration. Alright, I'll allow it. Shadows before the throne. In the shadows of Strongfall, the vipers slither about. Amidst the servants and courtiers preparing the coronation hall, Lord Dain whispers to a circle of recently arrived guests. They quiet immediately when I approach before Dain bows deeply. My cousin, he starts. I apologize, we were just speaking of matters of a personal nature. Yeah, I shall get to the bottom of this. He was planning a pleasant gift. Okay, good. Very nice. All preparations are complete. The great ceremonial assembly now awaits in Andar Hall's high sept. To cheers and exaltation, my procession parts the city's thronging crowd. My finest captains ride before me, my royal household behind. Horns ring out. Banners stream forth in bold Taurynt colors. Peasants praise the Lord Paramount, and women weep in ecstasy at this glorious parade. I am the very image of a great Lord Paramount. Yeah, the Taurentian crown will be inherited with the Lord Paramountcy of Taurynt. Yeah. O Taurentian crown, O glory of glories. The crowning of Andar. Some would call it shameless pride for a Lord Paramount to lift a crown high and place it upon his own brow, and in doing so proclaim himself among the Father's chosen monarchs on earth. Yet those few doubting septons are still singing out readily and gazing on in awe as I begin the rite. Gripping the bejeweled metal band in my fingers, I utter an address to all the Lord Paramountcy. I promise my vigil, my justice, my strength, and I crown myself the Master of Taurynt. At last, I approach the sovereign throne as the Lord Paramount I was always meant to be. May I sit here for many years to come. My consort. I must get rid of this woman. Jesus. No, my wife, my Lady Paramount, Karina. Beloved. An oath for the ages. The assembly watch me, some with hope, some with doubt, all waiting for me to speak of my reign and swear to the future. I can hear the questions they do not speak. Will I be just? Will I be fair? How will I govern as the first Lord Paramount of these lands? I do not stand here as Lord Paramount to echo their expectations. I have come to choose my own path, and a way forward for the Lord Paramountcy. Whatever Taurynt becomes, whatever I become, begins with this very moment. Yeah, we're going to continue to shape the realm. Yeah, Gaines shaped the realm. Yeah. Because we're already just like a legacy of builders, basically. We're being made Master-at-Arms of the Iron Throne. That's awesome. Alrighty, lads. Another day of recording in the bag. We are now the Lord Paramount and of House Taurynt, and I've made a few minor changes, or not so much changes, but just kind of moving stuff around. Anyway, So in a journey, an expedition to Old Valyria, we have uncovered another Valyrian steel sword, which we granted to Lord Dain, our cousin, son of Dain Taurynt. And we named this... Damn, he's not even wielding it. He's like, nah, I'm good. But we gave him the Valyrian steel sword Blackhorn. Damn, I can't believe he's not going to wield it. That's crazy to me. Anyway, we gave him the Valyrian steel sword Blackhorn. And then we gave him a custom nickname as Blackhorn as well. Gifted the third discovered Valyrian steel sword by House Taurynt, Dain has taken the sword's name as his own. Kind of like a Blackfire kind of thing. This is Blackhorn, which I think is really, really cool. Perhaps a potential for another bastard bull house to split off from the, the House Taurynt. Yeah, we do still have the House Eradicated debuff here, which is quite interesting. We are the Dynasty head. Yeah. So we're working to reshape the realm. I will reshape all of Taurynt in my image, leaving a lasting legacy in stone and mortar for the generations to come. You gain some prestige and some legitimacy and shape the realm. Constructor upgrade at least 8 buildings, currently 0. And as you guys well know, we're well on our way. So I'm not too worried about that, if I'm being honest. It'll be a good time. But I believe that is it. I've also taken the violet dragon egg from our daughter Celessa and given it to her son and heir, Nate Taurynt. Consecrated blood. I don't know how he got that one. Yeah, and then Dain is Herculean, now Endron. Yeah, who's being warded by his own father, my son-in-law, if you will. Which is grand. I love it. Things are working up in our favor, lads. And, let me see, hold on. What was I looking for? Yeah, Aranta. Yeah, Aranta. Damn! 4-star trait is crazy. Socialized dragon. Damn. That is pretty cool. Being appropriately challenged and coaxed throughout his growth, Aranta is at ease around people and other dragons, both. Yeah, he is a great dragon. That's awesome. I wish his colors came out a little more like what was on the egg, because it was all serpentine, so it was like, black and green or black and yellow, something like that, which I thought was really, really cool. But with the introduction of the violet dragon egg, yeah, this egg is rich in hue and captures the essence of Nightfall. I love that. I think it's pretty cool. Potentially, when it becomes available again, we can send another expedition to Old Valyria for more dragon eggs. You never know, lads. Now, I'm also thinking, it is said that the greatest legacy a man can leave is that which he leaves his children. And Sir Andar I left us in a very, very strong way indeed, much like his namesake, and given us the abilities and the tools we need to be able to build a better realm for the dynasty, basically. And now it is the turn of Lord Paramount Andar. He has since created the independent Lord Paramountcy itself in the aftermath of his father's death and the war for independence from House Baratheon and the Stormlands. But beyond just reshaping the realm, I know there was an option for us to choose growing the realm as well as our coronation oath. But I didn't want that to be the sole focus. I am, however, considering if we were to carve out our own kingdom within the Stormlands, what would that look like? Would we end up taking just all of this split of land up here upon the coast? Would we take the entirety of the mouth of the Shipbreaker Bay? I think that would be pretty interesting as well. We could take these the Estermont Isles as well as Harchester. And if we cut everything off basically from Corningstone, from Redwatch, and just hold all of this, we could still make allies of Blackhaven and the Selmies. As much as I would love to have the Selmies and the Dondarrions, yeah, within our de jure lands. The goal is not to usurp a kingdom that already exists, but to carve our own out. So there's no greater legacy to leave behind than the actual, redrawing of lines on a map, if I'm being honest. Just completely overhaul all of that. I think would be really interesting, because then we can we'll leave like the Kingswood out, but we can take Stackfield, we can take the Vellum Coast, and we can take each of these individual county titles as well. But anyway, I don't think that we would actually take Storm's End. I think Storm's End is a pretty cool castle. Was the 7th and final castle built by Durin God's Grief to weather the wrath of the sea god and the goddess of the wind. It is a huge fortress consisting of the Fist, a great tower which serves as a keep, granary, barracks, and hall, and a curtain wall made of smooth stone 100 feet high and at least 40 feet thick. I think that's pretty sick, honestly. We would gain legitimacy by an increase of 10%. Plague resistance is high. Supply limit is decreased. Fort level increased. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting as a piece of land altogether. I do not, however, think I would take Storm's End as my capital. I think it would be, yeah, because we're making fat money here. We could obviously like change that as well. Yeah, the beating heart of the Sapphire Isle, but then Storm's End. Like, if anything, we can add the Grief, Sheerfield, Horncross Sound, and Bronze Gate all into like a duchy title involving or including Storm's End, and then grant that to somebody else, like another branch of the Taurynt dynasty and everything like that. I feel like that'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, those are the options I'm considering. I would love to take the whole of the mouth of Shipbreaker Bay. Yeah, even if we end up leaving Cape Wrath out of it, which I don't think would be an option, because I would also want to take the Estermont Isles, claim all of these lands. So 1, 2, 3 duchies, 4, 5 duchies, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 county titles, and then Storm's End as well. So all in all, not bad. I think there are definitely options for us, and it would make one hell of a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Because then imagine there's a dissolution war and we get rid of the Iron Throne altogether, and now we're all independent kings. Then we could wear a crown at one point, but I don't think that's going to happen in Andar Taurynt's lifetime, if I'm being honest. But anywho, lads, I do apologize for rambling. This is just the ideas that came flowing into the brain. Oh my god. Toothless the dragon. There's no way. The egg Nate's been cradling has finally hatched. Nate and his black dragon have been inseparable, and it is all he talks about. Today, Nate, my courtier, made the most surprising declaration. While discussing the dragon with the child, he boldly interjected, "The name is Toothless." I'm not naming this damn dragon Toothless. My suggestion is Parkland. What the hell? I will pick a new name for the dragon, yeah. I don't know about Toothless. Jesus. That's crazy, man. I'm gonna name it Amethyr, like YR at the end, Amethyr. Nice. Pretty sick. A dragon enters the world. Chaotic excitement and fear overwhelm the ports and markets across the seas. The word on every merchant and traveler's lips is that a dragon's egg has hatched. Nate, the boy that hatched the dragon, has named the black dragon Amethyr. Confirm. Pretty sick. At a closer look, it looks like he's got purple wings and a full black body, and then red eyes, which I think is pretty insane. As far as court artifacts go, I actually don't have much. I do have the Baratheon Dynasty banner, which I don't necessarily want, if I'm being honest. I would love a House Taurynt banner. That would be interesting. Alright, I'm gonna name... We got a cat for the court, and I'm gonna name it after my actual cat, Pico. Loki, I wish the court grandeur in here looked a little bit better, in my opinion, if I'm being absolutely honest. But I'm also not too worried about it. I think it's as warlike as it can get, so I'm not too worried about its overall appearance. I just wish it looked a bit grander than just 2 chairs on a flat floor with nothing else going on. But I digress. Anyway, let us hold our court and hear the petitioners. Acclaim to war, O munificent Lord Paramount Andar, I am Siglind of House Cod, and I have traveled far to ask for your aid in righting a great injustice. The woman in front of me bows deeply before continuing with a well-rehearsed plea. My brother, Chieftain Dagmar, currently sits on the throne of Lorne Point, but I am the true and rightful ruler of those lands. If you aid me in pressing my claim, I shall swear fealty to you and serve you loyally until the end of my days. You know what? Yeah, sure. Fuck it. We'll do it within the year. Looking for work, a middle-aged man steps before me with quiet dignity before bowing deeply. Greetings, your majesty. I am Lorman, your loyal servant. I come before you today to seek employment in your court. I'm an experienced fighter, having served the local lords and garrisons of Rainshore, my homeland. It would be my honor to put my talents to a greater cause in the service of my Lord Paramount and all Taurynt. He becomes my master of the hunt. Yeah. Sick as fuck. The Day of Truth. Highness, my steward Dukwar takes the floor. I have an idea to improve taxation. You could send surveyors to question your subjects about every property, its name, owner, extension, and value, and how many people and animals live there. Please, Highness, allow me to oversee the matter. Your castellan, Lord Galadon, speaks up. Ah, so Galadon wants to take over, but I trust Dukwar. If I want to improve taxation, I can just ask for more taxes. You gain extra taxes. It's not worth it, I guess. That's fine. It didn't give me an option to actually let them do it, which I think is kind of dumb. Alright, so House Caught, huh? We were... Yeah, Lord Robin Cod. Declare war for Lady Sigurd's claims, eh? Oh, they have the black stripes. Lord Valerian. Damn. So I think I'm actually also going to add insult to injury against the Iron Islands, and I'm going to claim the council position as Master of Ships, which I think is going to be quite interesting since we live on an island. Yeah. So what this gives us, yeah, decreased embarkation cost, increased naval speed, increased martial and stewardship lifestyle experience, which I think is pretty sick. All in all, not bad. So now we are the Master of Ships, as well as an independent Lord Paramount. Now let's see. Can I declare war? I could seize the de jure lands, but I also want to set my Septon to the task of laying claims to lands. Yeah, not bad. I also had to give myself war declaration rights from our liege so that we can do this. Yeah. Fuck it. We ball. Call my allies to war. The Westerlands, Lord Tristan Longsword of the Marchfields, and Lord Robert the Great Stag. And Lord Paramount Steverin. My dynasty member. I could call in the whole of the Stormlands as well, since we're independent from each other. That's pretty sick, man. That is pretty sick. He is my dynasty member, and I'm the dynasty head now, so I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so let us summon our armies. Yeah. We declared war on Lord Earl, the Red Kraken of House Greyjoy, and now he's become our rival. Interesting. Very interesting indeed, lads. Nice. Now our 16,000 men are ready to march off to war, lads. This should be quite interesting. See if we can't hit Pike first, low-key. Nice. The Stormlanders caught the Valarians. Oh, we caught the... Yeah. Yeah, we caught the Greyjoys. They landed their host. Aw, oh, damn, we killed Tom Greyjoy. That's crazy. Or it wasn't even us. It was killed by Lord Dickon of Taurynt. Yeah, of the Drench. That's crazy. No, what are y'all doing? Get in here. No, I can't believe this. How could you fuckers? That's crazy. Come on, dragon rolls, please. Yes, finally. Oh, alright, so the Westermen came to our aid. Dude, these Baratheons are shady fucking people, man. That's crazy. Ah, oh, no, Sir Jeremy, he died. Ah, oh, he died of old age, his spouse died of old age, and thus House Steed is no more. That's so sad, man. All of my custom knights, they're not, nobody had any children, so they died, basically. Nice. Stannis Baratheon will be knighted. Allied combatants slayed. Lord Shadrich Staines. Damn those bastards. Retreat, they cry. Alright, let's see if we can't hit them again, lads. Alright, they made the smart move and they fled. So where's the war target? What are we trying to get? High Lordship of Seagrave. Oh, just the Lordship, not even the High Lordship. I see. Alright, so I say we head to Seagrave. Yeah, the whole High Lordship of the Rainwood. Yeah, all of the Rainwood shall be mine. That's awesome. Our Septon is really good. Alright, so we've got the Rainwood. Okay, but what about Cape Wrath? Oh, child of my blood, Sir Anos Targaryen and Sir Celesta Taurynt have had another child, Andar Taurynt. That's awesome. Look at that, and another battle against the Greyjoys. Yeah, the Siege of Seagrave, the Dragon's Approach. I stand before the walls of Seagrave. Oh well, I don't wanna destroy the castle. That's kind of redundant, I think, or anti. What am I thinking of? Counterproductive. There we go. Yeah, that would be counterproductive because we're trying to claim the castle for somebody else if we don't want to go and burn it down, basically. Anyway, a promising soldier. In the months I've been with the soldiers, I've noticed that one stands out above the rest. This woman, from a minor Taurentian noble house with no other members of particular note, has proven herself skilled and eager to serve. Indeed, after we exchanged words during the evening, she came to me in my tent and offered her vow of fealty if I agreed to take her on as a captain at Andar Hall. I'm intrigued, of course, but even skilled as she is, do I need another captain? Lucinda Bratude, our claw, is humble. Interesting. Yeah, she is a Brotherhood Taurentian. Yeah, she could become my captain. Yeah, we're gonna take on this fight too. Oh, my counselor died. Lord Galadon Rook. That's not good. There you go. My son and vassal of the Trench. He's gonna become my castellan now. But we're gonna set him to the task of diplomacy. Nice. Edwin Grandison and Lady Mala Taurynt have had Leobold. Another grand name. Lordship of Bronze Axe. I need him to try it again. Give me the whole High Lordship. Yeah, some of these castles are huge too. Look at Broadsworth right here. That's crazy. Oh, the Siege of Pike is underway, lads. Ah, pirates. Once again. Nice. And just like that, the Siege of Pike is over, and the war has been won. We enforce our demands. Nice. Yeah, we basically kicked him out of his own lands. Aw, now she's loyal to us, all the way over here. That's crazy. On the other side of the war of the world. And just like that, a whole year has passed at war with the Ironborn. And now we can fund another expedition to Old Valyria for another dragon egg. I really don't want another Valyrian steel weapon. I don't think it would make sense for us to have that. Considering we have 3 already. Alright, so we have Sir Armand Point, Sir Athol Armby, or Alan Ernit. Why am I struggling with all these A names, brother? Jeez Louise. Anyway, so we have the evil zealot, Sir Armand Point. I think we can send his ass off to Old Valyria. Cousin Anda, I write seeking permission for my heir, Joffrey, to visit you in the coming months. Yeah, look at young Joffrey. 18-year-old, son of Lord Dain. Irrational antagonist. Oh my goodness. How the Brotherhood has grown. Nice. Yeah, of course you're welcome. Escaped Lord Burt has escaped my dungeons. I forgot about that. Yeah, find me a dragon egg, my friend. Farewell, Armand. Rooting for you, lad. Yeah, let's ransom who we can, and then who we cannot. Ooh, the expedition returns. Aw, Tempest Dragon Egg. That is insane. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Alright. So it is a court artifact, is it not? Or is it... Oh, it is a regular artifact by default. I love that. Grand, indeed. Alright, so my firstborn grandson, Nate Taurynt, already has a dragon. He hatched his dragon, Amathir, already. It looks like she's got violet eyes now, actually, instead of red. But now, Dain Taurynt, our second-born grandson, can be gifted a dragon egg as well. We'll give him the Tempest dragon egg. That'll be interesting. A Tempest dragon egg, absolutely insane. Absolutely insanity is what I was gonna say. Ooh, a new Dynasty Legacy has become available. So it looks like we've gotten quite a few in both Warfare and Law, which I think is pretty cool. The next Warfare Dynasty Legacy available increases our Men-at-Arms counter efficiency by 15 and gives us +5 to our captain advantage, which I think is pretty sick. I, however, also want to consider what it would do should we adjust to a more like, like family-based things here. So obviously, Bounteous Loins would be a pretty interesting for the increased fertility. Studious Youth, Constant Care, Close Bonds, and Graceful Aging. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. There's also Blood, chance of inheriting good congenital traits plus 30. Yeah, reinforcing resilient bloodline. Yeah, Architected Ancestry, select a congenital trait to become more common in the dynasty. That's pretty cool. I like that one as well. Yeah, I say Noble Veins. Nice. For the increase potential for, what's it called? Good congenital traits. Yeah, the High Lordship of Cape Wrath will be mine by divine right. That is 2 lordships. And there it is, lads, the Dragon Pit of Morningside. After months of careful planning and construction, a new dragon pit has been erected in Morningside. Though not the first of its kind in Westeros, the small folk still gape in awe at the mighty structure that may soon house dragons beneath the surface of the streets. The thought has stirred some peasants to zealous proclamations of opposition to any dragons living in the new pit, but most know that they cannot stop the schemes of the Highborn. A grand achievement indeed. Absolutely sick. The Order of the Dragon Keepers have now been established as well, and a new dragon enters the mortal world. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this dragon came out as like an all-white dragon, but I went through and I kind of adjusted some of these colors a little bit just because I wanted to set up like a really cool vibe for this creature. Like I like that it is white, but I added in a lot of the orange accents just to make it feel like it is part of our dynasty. It basically looks like our sigil now, essentially, which I think is really fucking cool. Yeah, but he looks pretty sick. His current name is Volantix, but I'm not really a fan of that one. Okay, so I was really struggling with what to name this particular dragon, just because I didn't want to name it like anything too overly used, like the Tor or the Taurynt, stuff like that. But then, so I started randomizing it, and then Star Hunter came out, which I thought was pretty cool, especially considering that the stars are on our sigil in the background. So I think Star Hunter's a pretty sick name, all things considered. I think it's fine. Yeah, another great Drake. Does Amethyr? No, Amethyr is just a regular dragon. That's fine. Look at Amethyr, though. Jesus. Good-looking dragon. And then the baby Star Hunter. And then, of course, the matriarch, Arantor. That's awesome. Yeah. Pretty sick, man. Pretty sick. Oh, decision available. I can now reshape the realm. My legacy stands proud. Fulfilled oath, shape the realm. My work is done, exactly as I said it would be. I heard the scorn of my detractors, their certainty I would fail when I swore my oath, but I proved them wrong. The voices of my doubters have changed, and they now grant me the honor they once thought beyond my reach. A new day is upon us, and a stronger Taurynt stands ready to meet it. Lovely. Excellent work indeed, lads. And my daughter Lyria comes of age. They grow up so fast. She gained Charismatic Negotiator. Good for her. Time to ride our dragon. Yeah, and practice our aerial maneuvers. She has now my daughter, Sir Celessa. has the... Where did it go? Very prepared air. Not bad. So she's on her way to reaching a 3-star preparedness. Oh, questions of gender settled. The matter of Amethyr's gender has been the subject of much discussion of late. As Cleomar and I are conversing on the matter, Nate interjects rather forcefully. Amethyr is a girl dragon, he decries. Although it is unclear how Nate knows this, he is quite firm in his stance. I see. A girl dragon then. Yeah, Amethyr. Who is restrained. Interesting. Eats less than would be expected for a dragon of her size, preserving valuable resources. Interesting. Aw, no way. Prince Renifer, the guest of House Targaryen of Dragonstone, has hatched a dragon, Eranon. It's a black dragon, yeah, Eranon. Interesting. Oh, shit. Swish or swoop. Interesting. I feel the vibration through my hands as my blade meets the training dummy. Like a dance, I move through the forms, each strike and mock parry, a step in the deadly ballet. I feel the sweat on my brow and the ache in my muscle. I feel the sweat on my brow and the ache in my muscles. I feel alive. As I finish my routine, proud of my work today, and look around the training yard at the men performing their own routines. They are slow, clumsy. To my surprise, I feel my pride evaporate. I look down at the hilt in my hand. What is the point in all this training if I'm the only one who truly understands it? What's more, I have a dragon at my disposal. I may be a demon on the battlefield, but on the back of a Rantar, I am a god. I can't help but wonder why I even bother with this. Why not train with Blade from Dragonback? 58%. I'm successful. I don't know. I can't tell if it worked or not, if I'm being honest. Oh, the whole High Lordship of Shipbreaker Bay. Yes, dude. That's crazy. Captain Stannis, what did you do? Of the Shipbreakers. He divorced his wife? What the fuck? Brother, what did you do? Oh, great heavens. I could seize all of these lands. Yeah, the Rainwood, Cape Wrath, the Grief, Shipbreaker Bay. Yeah, we have 17.2k, and we have a dragon at our disposal as well, a Rantar. Alright, I'm going to put our dragons in the dragon pit so that they don't run off and foolishness ensues. Yeah, I say we jump in and we do this. We declare a war for our claims and grow the Taurynt. Excellent. Yeah, everybody's starting to roll in to this war. Nice. Yeah, and the Baratheons are the first to strike. Lord Balin the Just of Duskendale. Yeah, so we made another marriage alliance. Nice. Here comes the Lannisters. Yeah, with their 46,000 men. The Lannisters and the Targaryen host. Yeah. They cut half the army. They're going to push the other half directly into my pathing. Nice. The Battle of the Grief has been won. Beautiful. The Battle of Griffin's Pass. Yeah, it was an absolute massacre at the hands of the Lannisters. Yeah, I really don't want to... While I'm trying to claim lands, I definitely don't want to, you know, use the dragon and potentially damage any of the lands that we have. Yeah, Rainshore is under siege. Alright, we have to go after Rainshore. Defend our people. Those are my son's lands. Let's jump in here and help out the Lord Kevin against the Baratheon foes. Nice. Yeah, after that shit they were that happened with the Ironborn up here, they were really gonna let us like take the L for that battle, and they weren't gonna jump in even though they were our allies in that war effort. So that's some real shady shit, Baratheons. What's up with that? It's a good thing we're getting close with the Lannisters now, though. The Lannisters and the Targaryens, as it were. Let's continue to whittle down this this war score. I will take what is rightfully mine. Archers, loose! Yeah, the Targaryen host has joined in. There are just Lannisters everywhere. Lannister lions everywhere. Griffin River is under siege. Where's that? Oh, over here. The Selmies. The Selmies have joined in this fight. I don't want to fight the Selmies, though. We were a long-time allies. Such a shame, man. Questions of gender settled. Oranta is in fact a female dragon. Nice. So 2 dragons that are now potential to hatch or lay more eggs, more clutches of eggs. That's awesome. Yeah, we're just gonna keep taking minor castles here and there. War of Revenge. Oh, great. Oh, and just like that, this war in the Stormlands is won. Let's see the territories grow and force demands. Yeah, to the hysterical Andar, you child of a mangy dog. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. Yeah, Lord Paramount Stevrin the Just. Whoops. Whoops, so be it. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, faction targets us. The Loyalist faction and the Liberty faction. Yeah, the War of Revenge. Currently the, Nice. We head to Griffin's Roost to take the fight to these damned Greyjoys. Yeah, Dragon Modifier. Burn them all. Very nice. Oh. So my cousin Dain has kidnapped my daughter and imprisoned her. Okay, I see. So he's a powerful vassal. He's a known criminal. Nice. Alright, so we jump back into this war. I managed to free my daughter, but her position as regent was still usurped by her, or by my cousin. At my mercy, Lord Earl, the Red Kraken. Yeah, we're gonna slay the bastard. Yeah, executed on my orders. Good. Yeah, look at that. The Taurynt Coast. It's kind of insane. I kind of like it. Alright. So, we have Griffin's Roost. We have Storm's End. And we hold these other duchy titles. My thing is, we can definitely grant Griffin's Roost and that duchy to somebody else. We're making a lot of money. So that's not too terrible. A Cape Wrath, I think we can grant these titles to somebody. Yeah, so I think we're going to grant Cape Wrath back to House Mertens. That's fine by me. He becomes my vassal. We're going to grant the High Lordship of the Rainwood back to House Werleing. They're going to become our vassal. Yeah, we gave the High Lordship of the Drench to Dickon Taurynt, which is grand. Part of me wants to keep at least one of these additional duchies to ourselves, just for the sake of the increased income. But I also think it'll serve us best to grant these titles to somebody. Ooh. Alright, so what if we granted our second grandson High Lordship of Griffin's Roost, or of Bullridge? Yeah, and he becomes my vassal now. So now Bullridge, the Drench, Cape Wrath, the Rainwood, and then we still hold Storm's End. Alright, and then we'll give the High Lordship of Shipbreaker Bay to Celessa Taurynt. And this will kind of be like our, what's it called? Our version of Dragonstone, like the Prince of Dragonstone. She is the princess of Shipbreaker Bay. Yeah. Princess of Storm's End. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so like the main head of the house will live at Andar Hall upon the Isle of Taurynt, and then the heir apparent will live in Storm's End upon Shipbreaker Bay. I think that's pretty cool. Grant titles. Yeah, and the Kingdom of Taurynt grows. That's amazing. Very nice indeed, lads. Alright, it's time to set up a proper, yeah, council here now. Everybody's kind of got their tasks, so that's pretty good. All in all, definitely not bad, lads. Oh, it truly is amazing indeed. Oh, pay ransom, yeah. Alright, I gotta get rid of all of these people. Get the hell out of here. Alright. That was pretty interesting, but idle hands do not a king make. So, I think we're going to attempt to continue to bridge this gap here, and then we're also going to lay claim to the Estermont Isles, And then that will create our own kingdom right here. This right here will be our kingdom. The main de jure realm, which I think is pretty sick. Yeah, and then the twin line. This guy actually has to be punished for sure. Sir Joffrey Taurynt. These guys are becoming a bit of a nuisance, if I'm being honest. Morn is, I might end up revoking these titles back, if I'm being honest. The whole High Lordship. Use a hook. Yeah. Just so. Yeah. And now I claim all of these lands for myself once again. The whole of the Taurynt Isle. The reason why I had to do that, though, is because my cousin imprisoned my daughter. Took her prisoner and then tried to usurp her responsibility as regents while we were off at war. Oh, shit. Alright, so Star Hunter is also a female dragon, which I think is pretty sick. She's aggressive, too. That's crazy. Yeah, Star Hunter's only 4, but already has 14 dragon size. Amethyr is 7 and only has 21. Right now, she's cooperative and restrained. So we have 3 female dragons with us. That's pretty sick, man. Yeah, pretty sick. I want to know what happened to this other dragon over here, though. Dragonstone, right? Yeah. Eranon. Solitary. Fearsome worm. Interesting. Oh, another dragon enters the world. Tikkun. Look at this thing. Jesus. Tyrannic Leviathan. Fuck. That's crazy. Ooh. General gossip. The most popular topic of conversation in court is ever changing, but one recent trend has been the discussion of my notable skill as a military commander, and what the secret to my success is. I can use this natural curiosity to bolster my reputation, but first I must decide what to attribute to my success to. My courage inspires my troops to stand and fight. You gain the nickname the Brave. Unshakable reputation. Nobody can withstand my overwhelming ferocity. You gain the nickname the Fury. Or my devotion to the Father grants me victory. You gain the nickname the Holy. I think the Fury is pretty sick. You gain the nickname the Fury. Your wrath, your rancor, your vengeance is considered a terrible inevitability, and it is inevitable. I think that's pretty sick, especially considering we revoked a long-held title from the bloodline of Dain II. It's a shame that it had to happen, but the kid really tried me, and I was not having it, so had to take his fucking lands away because he's a piece of shit. So that's just how it goes, guys. I don't know. Yeah. So Lord Dain Blackhorn of House Taurynt and his child Sir Joffrey Taurynt. They become landless adventurers. Honestly, I noticed we're getting like really, really close with the Lannisters recently. We have a lot of marriage alliances with them, so I wanna hold off on marrying my grandson off to somebody. For the time being, at least. Nice. Alright, my ward, Nate, has come of age, and it is time he left my care. He gains, Fortune Builder, Skilled Fighter, Aggressive Attacker, and Pillager. Nice. Not bad. He is a man grown now. So I got my grandson and heir of my heir to wed Lady Jocelyn Stark. Excellent. Alright, and we're still trying to lay claim to parchments. We do have a claim on Stackfield, but I'm trying to get the Vellum Coast as well. Oh, what the hell. Murder, Interceptor, Furry, Guardian. As I enter my chamber, I immediately notice that my dear cat is on edge. Is pacing before my bed in obvious agitation. Like a streak of lightning, suddenly pounces, exposing the snake between my sheets. The horrible creature does not go down easily, and as Pico finally bites into its neck, it is too far gone to save. No! Someone tried to murder me, and my cat thwarted the plan. That's so insane. Oh no, my Pico. My young grandson, Sir Nate Taurynt, takes to the skies upon the back of his black dragon, Amethyr. Restrained, cooperative, defiant. It is now a tamed dragon, though. That's pretty interesting. Nice. Yes, all of the Vellum Coast shall be mine. Nice. And then lastly shall be Estamont. Nice. Look at Patrick Taurynt and Para Lannister. Yeah, lots of Lannisters sharing the blood here. Oh, Wallace. A Prowler captured in the dragon pit. Yeah. Feed him to a dragon. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Hold on. I do need to change my court grandeur as well. Yeah, the dragon pit funding's got to go all the way up. Forgot about that. Nice. Lord Dain Taurynt of Bullridge takes to the skies upon his 9-year-old dragon, Star Hunter. Yeah, aggressive and voracious. Oh, and they've already had a child, Michael Taurynt. Nice. Yes, all of Estamont's Isles shall be mine. Beautiful. And now we have a claim on the last 3 of the lordships that we were shooting for. Yeah, he has an alliance with the Lannisters as well, so we gotta be careful here. We gotta make sure that we're the first ones to call in the Lannisters to war. I'm not playing these games, Lord Paramount Steverin. Yeah, I'll be going for my last 3 claims upon the land. Declare war. Yeah. And I'm gonna be the first one to call in the Lannisters to war. The Great Stag and Lord Balin the Just of Duskendale. And it will allow me to call in Lord Dain Blackhorn to my war as well. So Joffrey Taurynt. Yeah. And it is time to raise our armies. I say we raise them here in Storm's End. Nice. Nice. No. Ah. Oh. Damn it. Yeah, the Lannisters joined the war against us. Fuck, they have 70,000 men. Fuck. That is not good. That is not good. Alright, let's see if we can't arrange a marriage. Nope, I don't think so. We might be cooked here. Damn it. That's not what I wanted. The Lannisters turned against us. That's crazy. I was trying so hard. Damn you, Lannister bastards. It's alright. Our only hope is to take the fight to the Stormlands before the Lannisters arrive. Ah, my steward died from being ill. That is not good. Yeah, gotta beat down some of these Baratheon forces before the Lannisters arrive. It looks like we're a bit too late for that, though. Nice. Doom delivered. Oh, Dennis Baratheon was incinerated by Star Hunter. And Lord Athen the Reformer of the Vellum Coast. That's crazy. Ah, Lord David Grandison. That's crazy. Yeah, so we have a lot of captains in our army. A fiery arrangement. Yeah, look at that. Lord Paramount Andar the Fury, Ondrin Baratheon. Yeah, burn him. Alright, we gotta come down here and defeat these Lannisters. Blood of my blood. Patrick Taurynt and Para Lannister have had Leona Taurynt. Good for them. Alright, so that's the Lannisters kind of dealt with. But it looks like they're raising another army. So, without a doubt, they'll be coming back to us with a vengeance. Ugh, it gave me chills. I'm a little nervous, lads. I'm a little nervous. We have all these dragons, and dragons make everything unpredictable. Nice. Oh yeah, here comes the Lannister forces. They're on us. Yeah, I'm nervous, lads. We only have 2 dragons because Nate Taurynt is technically a courtier of his mother, Lady Celesta the Jolly. I love that she's known as the Jolly. Music and good food, that's all that Lady Celesta cares for in the eyes of her subjects. Jesus. That's pretty interesting. It's giving Hufflepuff. But yeah. Damn it, yeah. So 56,000 Lannisters are now bearing down on top of us and our 18,000 men. But we do have two dragons in our army, so I'm hoping that might help turn the tide just a tad bit. We're gonna slow down this battle, lad. The Battle of Antax is underway. Excellent, okay. Look at that, yes. Oh, absolutely destroy them, lads. The dragons have it. Oh, that's amazing. Nice. Yeah, just completely wiped that army. That's not bad. Or not completely wiped. They're obviously still around. They still have 32,000 men. So let's not be too foolish here. You okay? Guys, I think she hates Vendetta. I don't know. Something tells me. Yeah, the Lannisters retreat all the way to the north, to the Crownlands. Definitely gonna try and come back. Yeah, for sure. And retake some of these smaller castles. Alright. Now let's send our men to go and attack the Lannisters. Oh, they're gonna take it in one day. Yeah, we were too slow, I think. Yeah, we caught half the Lannister force. Lord Paramount Alfred. Yeah, he got caught. Ooh, wide stripe. Nah, I'm not gonna take his Valyrian steel sword. That's kind of fucked. Oh, Lady Jenna Broom. We're now feuding. Ah. The risks of bravery. Oh, Prince Rennefer takes to the skies upon the back of Eranon. Yikes. Yeah, the Targaryen dragons. Oh, a child's dream. Little Leopold has always been infatuated with the tales of the Kingsguard. Yeah, none more so than Lord Commander Andric Grandison. There's no way a Grandison, of all fucking people, is the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. God damn it. By all means, man. Alright, let me see this. Give me a second. Can I offer you a squire? Where is Leopold? Hold on, give me a second. Everybody pause. Give me a gosh darn. Where is little Leopold? There you go, Leopold. Training to become a Kingsguard. An attempt on my life. These damn Greyjoys. Yeah, and just like that, the war is won once again. Enforce our demands. Nice. Baldrich, sell me. No. Get lost, dude. Yeah, damn your 7th grandfather. Jesus. They just get more and more angry the more I shit on them. So be it. Yeah, look at that. Hell yeah, dude. The whole of the Taurynt coast and the Taurynt Isle. That is amazing. Disband all of our armies. We are crazy overstressed, though. Like, it is bad. But we've managed to claim a lot of new artifacts as well. So, at least there's that. Yeah, too many held duchies once again. The lordship of the Estermont Isles. And just like that, the whole of the Taurynt coast. It looks amazing. The Stormlands is cool. They're looking pretty good. But man, the paramountcy of the Taurynt is unfucking beatable, man. It also helps that we have 3 massive dragons, so I'll also take that. Now, we did grant the Vellum Coast back to House Penrose. We granted Stackfield back to House Errol, and then, of course, the Estermont Isles back to House Estermont. All in the name of good faith. I'm trying to keep them from being angry and hopefully just kind of accepting this new turn of events. But as much as I want to see every single one of these titles filled with the Taurynt sigil, I don't believe that forcing that to happen is going to be the smartest move there. So I think I shan't. All right. And now we're going to fund another expedition to Old Valyria. Find me another dragon egg. Farewell, Terrence. Good luck. Rooting for you, lad. Oh no. Oh, an illness. Fuck. He brought back some kind of illness from Valyria. But with it, another purple dragon egg. Impressive. Yeah, summon a Maester. Desperate measures are required, Maester. It failed. It will not happen again, do you hear me? Yeah, it's time to isolate the capital and enter seclusion. We have no choice. Lock the door. And we are... Oh, we're so stressed and dying. That's awful. Jesus. Yeah, that is awful. The Westerosi pox has infested the Kingdom of Taurynt. Jesus. The Red Plague. No. Fuck. Do no more than what is necessary. Okay, a little brighter. That's good. Fuck, man, these pox. That's so bad. That's so bad. No. I have to keep an eye on my children and my grandchildren. Jesus. I've had 7 children? How did I manage that? What the fuck? Oh, I didn't have 7. Oh, I see. Okay. So I didn't have 7 children. I had 4 children. My firstborn daughter had 7 children. Jesus. Oh, Richard Taurynt. He's ill. Damn it. Alright, so my firstborn daughter has 7 children. My secondborn daughter has 5 children. My thirdborn son has 5 children. And my fourthborn daughter has 1 daughter. That's interesting. There are currently 46 living members of House Taurynt. That's insane, man. Jesus. Show me this family tree, because this is insanity. Look at that shit. Look at all these grandchildren. Holy shit, man. I have no words. And it all started with one man. Yeah, and I forget I have 2 siblings as well. I have Estelle, who's had 5 children. Sir Andros, however, was slain in battle. Yeah, we have great grandchildren now as well, Leona and Nara, from Patrick and Richard, and Michael Taurynt, yeah, from Lord Dain. Jesus, yeah, one crazy family tree right now. Absolute insanity. Now, while I hate to leave you all on a cliffhanger, I do believe we will end this video here. This one was wildly successful, and honestly, all the way up until we got this absolute massive red pox plague. So far, 0 fatalities though. Nobody's died just yet, but it's only been a month. So honestly, only time will tell. We are also on our last legs of life, and we are now feuding with House Broom. Yeah, Lord Sanford Broom was it wasn't even murder, he was slain in battle. So my grandson slew the head of House Broom in battle, and now the whole of the house is feuding with us. Damn it. That's insanity. Yeah, absolutely crazy. But of course, now we also have 3 dragons, Aranta, Amathir, and Star Hunter. And now we have another dragon egg as well. We have, where did it go? This one, yeah, the purple dragon egg, which I think we're actually going to give to, Sir Nate has not had a child yet with his wife. But Sir Dain has Michael Taurynt. So I think we're going to give the young lad this dragon egg. Yeah. And hopefully we can hatch a 4th dragon for our household, which would be absolute insanity. But anyway, lads, this is all for now. If you have any suggestions as to what challenges our legacy shall take on next, then please leave them in the comment section below. Not only does it help out our channel, but it also appeases the algorithm gods, and it makes sure that your voice gets heard within the ever-growing community of the Lord Commander. But until next time, lads, always remember honor in service, glory in sacrifice, and storm the field. And I, Lord Paramount Andar the Fury of House Taurynt, your Lord Commander, will see you in the battles ahead. Goodbye, my friends.